Oh, good people. Ooh, this hair's a mess. Maybe I should have put on my bonnet. Anywho, I want to talk to you guys. There's so many shows that I've been watching, catching up on, clearing out my queue, and other shows that were suggested, and so many things has been going on. Some great, some bad. 2020 is still kicking our ass. But this particular show I wanted to talk about because it's interesting because we're going through some really crazy shit right about now as people, meaning my black people. So I saw a commercial on Instagram about this show named Woke, and it really didn't tell too much really what it was about. And I liked it from the clip that I seen it, but of course it has something to do with police brutality, right? This show is called The Comedy. It's on Hulu series, and I love Hulu series. Now I don't know if it's gonna last or anything like that, but um, yeah, I don't know if it's gonna last because it's a black show, kind of. It's based on a black person, so you know how they do our shows because they even have mulatto as Zoe Kravitz show, which was really good. High Fidelity. They canceled that shit, and I ain't appreciate that shit or whatever. And when I finally caught up to it, I didn't know it was getting canceled, and I was mad. Don't you hate those? Anyway, I love Hulu series. They are good, and that's what's gonna keep it afloat, of course, like any other streaming type show, streaming type services like Hulu is their own programming, right? So, and also my Seinfeld's on there, so maybe. So it's called Woke, and basically it's based on an actual black illustrator, cartoonist, and he had a run-in with the cops, and it was a mistaken identity, what usually happens to our brothers out here, and it just follows that. Now Hulu has classified it as a comedy, but it's more like a dark comedy to me because it's about a real serious fucked up situation that's going on in 2020, 1920, maybe in 2024, like it will continue to happen for black people here, our black brothers, our black sisters here, our black kids here in America. So Woke is based on a cartoonist. He's on his way up or whatever. He got this comic strip called Toast and Butter, which is hilarious or whatever. And he seems like a token brother. When I say token brother, it's somebody that will be at like a All Lives Matter march, and sometimes he don't wash his feet and legs. That type of brother. That's what I'm guessing. That type of brother. So, and the actor who plays him, I've seen him many times before. He used to be like a VJ on BET, like 106 in Park. I don't know his real name, but he's been in a lot of stuff. He was in My Girl, the new girl on Fox. Um, yeah, I've seen him around before, but I don't know his name. So he's up putting up flyers and stuff, and then the cops come, swoop in, and knock his ass on down. He's a real, yeah, he's a real San Francisco, a guy that started hanging out in Soho when he was 35 years old type feel to him. And yeah, he likes the New England Patriots, and he has a Boston accent, like that type of brother he is. And it's based in San Francisco. And after that encounter, he shook. He shook. And basically, what happens is he get woke. He understands injustice. He understands that he is a nigga and he's a black man. Cause before, I don't think that he understood that. And he was trying to explain it to his roommate, like, I don't think this sort of thing would happen to me. I think it should happen to you. I guess because his roommate's a little rough around the edges. He wear wave caps, and he had a full-on beard. He also have another roommate, because I'm sure San Fran is expensive to live in, just like New York, LA, and Miami, right? He's a White Walker with a curly afro, so I don't know if he's Jewish or not, but yeah. And he has a little, racial issues too. But it spooks him, it shocks him, it brings him back to reality. And he's the type of brother that, like I said, that be at the Republican convention and needs to be told that he's a nigga by somebody to realize that he's actually a brother. I'm not gonna say that he's a brother. So he starts hearing all these objects start talking to him and everything. He think he's bugging out and all this other stuff. So when it's time for him to have this big like TED Talk type thing at something like a Comic-Con type event, he wiles out. He wiles out and he gets woke and basically, fucks up his career. But as he's navigating through this new wokeness, he he starts creating different things because cartoonists are artists also. So he starts drawing different like Black Lives Matter type as doing like social experiments with his art. And it was just an eye opener for him and him navigating through this tragic thing that happened to him because it was mistaken identity. They had guns drawn on him. He was shook. He was scared. He had a stapler in his hand, and he was about to get his head blown the fuck off until, of course, a white walker had to come in and save the day. His roommate saved the day, and it's real interesting. It's real interesting. Um, That's why I say it's a dark comedy because it's about a real subject matter, serious, fucked up subject matter with a comedy spin on it. Hulu gave it 8 episodes. How it ended, it seemed like it could be more, and I want to see more. I want to see more because it holds a mirror up to what the fuck is going on when it comes to the police. And that's police in every freaking state here in the US of A. And maybe police around the world and racism and bigotry around the fucking world. Um, I wanted to talk about that mainly because today, or basically yesterday, we found out that it's been 186, 87 days since Breonna Taylor was murdered. And it's been real. It's been real because it I don't know why it struck home for me because it's like she was a woman in her bed, in her apartment, sleeping in her motherfucking bed, and she's not safe in was not safe in her own home, in her own bed, and she was murdered. So today it was a financial settlement and agreement made, and it was a 17 million, and that's not enough. I don't give a fuck. It's not enough, and you can't put a price on anybody's life at all. And supposedly police reform, which is bullshit. And I don't, take the money. The Taylor family, Breonna Taylor, take that motherfucking money. Of course, pay. Have them pay you for your pain. Of course, it doesn't bring her back, but that's bullshit. That's not justice. I don't give a fuck about civil suits and all other shit. That's not motherfucking justice. That's not justice at all. Because the gag is of it all, that money doesn't come out of the officers, the judge, I don't know, the city prosecutor money. That doesn't come out their pocket. It doesn't come out their wallet. It doesn't come out their purse. It comes out of taxpayer citizens, probably working poor people. That's where that shit comes from. They don't have to pay a dime. They keep their fucking job. They keep their fucking pension. And that's not justice for her. And I just wanted to say that. And I was so, I heard, no, I read on Instagram, because, that's where we get our news from sometimes. On Instagram, that was like one of the highest paid. I'm like, are you fucking serious? Are you fucking 17 mil? It's nothing. It's nothing. I don't got 17 million. I don't know if I'll get to that point where I'll ever see 17 million in my account. But motherfuckers, that's not enough. That's not enough. She's not here. She's gone. A first responder, a young woman doing her thing. and she had a man by her side that stood up for her and was want to blast somebody's head off for her. And it wasn't like he's some known drug dealer, street ass nigga. And even if he was, that ain't got shit to do with nothing. She's gone in her own fucking bed. She's gone. And it's not justice. I'm sorry for the long rant, but I did want to talk about woke, which is excellent. And also, Power is back. Book two, Ghost. I don't know why it's called Ghost, but all right. I binge watched two of the episodes that came out. I called binge watching because I wasn't sure if I wanted to see it. The main reason why I did want to see it because I wanted to see Fine as Method Man and Mary J and where she tie in all of this. Because I was like, who's that ghost mom? Like, who's that supposed to be? I don't know, big sister. But the writing as well. Let's see how long this goes with book two. But I'm feeling it. I may do some reviews on it. We'll see because I was so annoyed with last season. But you know it's black, so you know I gotta watch it. You know how I do. And that's it. Tell me what you think if anybody have checked out Woke on Hulu. It has 8 episodes, I believe I watched. I binge watched that like in a day. That was something real nice and easy because the episodes are like 32 minutes long. So that's that's a little quick little binge. And I'm still paying for motherfucking Hulu, so I'm like, I might as well watch something on there until Wu Tang come back, my shit come back. But yeah, tell me what you think about woke. Tell me, tell me what you think about this bullshit fucking shit with Breonna Taylor. And come on, my people, let's discuss.